Can you believe it? It's week 10 in the NFL. We're in double digits officially, and this year has been going by fast. But here are my picks for week 10. I got a little bit of momentum from last week. I'm feeling good. Be sure to comment down below your picks for week 10, and let's jump into it. Thursday Night Football on Prime. You got the Bears and the Panthers, and both teams lost last week, but the Panthers got their first win a couple of weeks ago. Now, this game is a little bit dependent on Justin Fields' health for me. Hasn't been playing since week 6 due to that thumb. Did return to practice last week, so my pick is kind of contingent on whether or not Justin Fields plays. Regardless, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears in Chicago. Man, oh man, remember the times where this was the matchup to watch? The Colts and the Patriots. Now it's not so much, right? But you got both teams not doing as well as maybe they thought they would be this season. But I'm going to go ahead and go with New England at home. Patriots beat the Colts. If you are a football fan, you should be watching this game. I mean, any kind of AFC North showdown is going to be insane. I mean, it's physical, it's defense all day long. And this is no exception. You got a very high-powered Baltimore Ravens offense, and they're insane at home. And then you got the Browns with one of the best defenses in football right now. So this one's a tough one. It could go either way, to be honest, but I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Man, how about CJ Stroud last week? He is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. It is sealed. It is done. It is his. But on the other hand, you got the Cincinnati Bengals. Got a big win on primetime football over the Bengals, and they got some momentum going. They're rolling. So this really creates an interesting matchup, in my opinion. I think this could actually be closer than a lot of people think, but I do have the Cincinnati Bengals coming out on top. The 49ers are back, and they were on a 3-game losing streak. They got the bye week, and it doesn't get any easier, in my opinion. You're taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville. Tough game, tough environment. How will they react? I'm going to go ahead and go with the San Francisco 49ers. They got the bye week to heal up, so I feel like they can squeeze out a win in Jacksonville. How about Joshua Dobbs, man, getting the win for the Minnesota Vikings with only a few days under his belt? Insane. I mean, he's a special player if you're able to do that. They take on the Saints. Saints got the win over the Bears last week, so both teams coming off wins last week in week 9. I like the Saints in this one, going on the road and beating the Vikings in Minnesota. Tough game for the Green Bay Packers. They got to go on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field. Packers did bounce back, and they got a win against the Stafford-less Rams. A little asterisk on that one. But again, the Pittsburgh Steelers, I feel like this is a matchup where their defense feasts and eats, and they get after Jordan Love. So I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers on this one. I'm going to be honest. I don't really care for this matchup. I don't really care for either teams. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Buccaneers on this one. Kyler Murray is back. It's official. Coach Gannon says that Kyler Murray will make the start, and you know what? The hell with it. I'm gonna push all my chips in. I think the Falcons are in a better position with Taylor Heineke, but I'm just gonna say, let's go. Kyler Murray gets the win in his first game back since his injury. Why not? Now, this is an interesting matchup here. The Lions are not what they seem to be when they play a contender, and the Chargers got a little bit of spice. I mean, they could turn it on when they can. This one's going to be really interesting. I do expect the Lions to handle business on the road, and I got Detroit going to Los Angeles and beating the Chargers. Nothing else to say. Cowboys bounce back to get the win at home. The Seahawks are back at home. They're going to beat the Commanders. Don't worry about it. They'll move on. Commanders lose another one. Sunday Night Football, I was really looking at all these Jets primetime slots. I mean, last week they got Monday night. This week they got Sunday. Obviously, that was because of Aaron Rodgers, and that would have been such a fun matchup. We got the Jets and the Raiders. How about the Raiders, man? I told y'all. I was like, it doesn't make any sense, but I think Pierce being the coach, they just needed a new locker room. They just needed a new culture, and that's exactly what happened. However, I do expect the Jets to bounce back here. And they'll get the win against the Raiders in Las Vegas. These are not good primetime matchups. You got the Jets and the Raiders, and you got the Broncos and the Bills. Just not really good matchups. Now, the Broncos, you could make the argument that they can get you with the element of surprise. I mean, they got the Chiefs with it, so could they make it competitive? Absolutely, against the Bills. Bills can make it a game by being the Bills. But this is at home. If it was in Denver, maybe we can, talk a little bit, but Bill should handle business here, take care of the Broncos and win. That's it. Once again, comment down below your picks. Let me know how you're doing in this season so far, and I'll see you guys next week.